Hey everybody, it's me again, Teverz, and we are definitely doing our weekly show. Not that I know how many people are going to be here. So far we have 0 viewers. I could have figured that. Well, alright, then what we're going to do today is sit, talk. You're gonna notice that there's a bee up here. Hey Stu, hey Zombie. Notice that there's a bee up here. That's because Bumblebee can't be here today. Yo Cam. Sorry Cam, I know Bumblebee said she was gonna try hard to be here today. Wait, she just took the picture, just sent it to me. She's actually, so bumblebees are actually her passion. She's looking at, she built 2 or 3 hives this year. She's got it all sheltered, and bees are going to be her big thing. Hey Tim. So she sent me this. Right now she's going to learn how to, that's what she's doing this afternoon, how to do beehives. So there's a gentleman locally that's going to teach him, so kind of looking forward to that. Hey, but today's show is about people who want to ask questions about my week. That's what I'm looking forward to. And just for you guys who are watching or going to watch, the numbers are slowly coming. This is when I found out. So last week on the finale of the Teverz and Tantrum show, we had a lot of donations, compliments of my drinking and super chat. Just want to let you guys know I never got a dime of that. YouTube never handed it over. They haven't answered back any of my messages to them. So if you're going to donate today, guys, use the link above instead until I can sort out what the heck happened to super chat. Anyway, how many sheep did I do today? Oh, Zombie. You still haven't given me back my sheep. Have I missed doing something in Cody this week? Actually, Stu, truthfully, I've actually still been working this week on Cody. I'm just not doing the public side of it anymore. Helping in the background. That's what I've been doing. And thanks, Tim. Appreciate that. So we only have a few viewers today. Hopefully these numbers will grow. And Bumblebee's still going to try and make it on live. She's going to let me know. Hopefully. Okay, so she just finished telling me she's got some videos. So we're going to do some video of her working on the bees this week. So that'll come out in the vlog on Friday. Or if sooner, depends how much you got. Tim, thank you. And she's still going to try and be here. It's going to be a second. I'm just going to let her know. Just having fun. I love her passion with bees. I do. I want to bring tissues with your video the other day. Oh, Stu. Stu, the one about my mom, my hero, that's just the beginning. I've got more to tell about my life. So for a little while, those videos that I'm going to be releasing during the week, bring tissues, okay? Because I still haven't talked about my family or my marriages or anything like that. So yeah, Zombie, they are stiffing me. All that donation money, I mean the super chat money I made last week from getting drunk, which by the way, guys, it took me 24 hours to recuperate from last weekend. Definitely don't want to do that again for a while. So hey Rich, good day, welcome to the show. So, for you guys that are just joining again, this is, if you guys got questions for me or about Bumblebee. This is what the live is about. Anything about the thing during the week that you want to know. Things about our lives. I can tell you about mine. I can tell you a lot about Bumblebees as well. Oh, and Rich, you missed, sorry, you missed the beginning of this. So Rich, Bumblebee can't make it today. The picture is up there, over there. She's out learning how to be a bee hive keeper today, so. Oh, and she's still working on the bees. Alright, so I don't think I've ever done this show alone before. I did put out a feeler. There was a gentleman that talked about on one of my blogs, or sorry, one of the stories, who wanted to come on to the live show, and I sent him a way of getting hold of me, but he never got back to me. I really like the idea of you guys out there. If you want to come and share your story on the live, please let me know. I'll tell you how to get a hold of me. I'll invite you on here. I love for people to share their stories. You guys, when you guys, you know, this week with all the stuff that you guys commented on, I'll give you a second answer for that in a minute, Chris. I really appreciated it, you know, all of you for, you know, all those comments. You guys are all beautiful. Appreciated. Chris, updating my build, not going to happen. I took it down. I'm done. I said that when I released the 2.5. I was done. Going down in Blamo. I'm always good, buddy. Who left the team? Yeah, that's good. Somebody who... What? Oh, yeah, you guys got me confused. Oh, the Cody team. Yeah, teams come, teams go. I mean, don't get me wrong. In the Cody world, you know, one guy leaves, another guy comes in. That's pretty well normal. Dare to come live. Look, bud, you're ready, you're not ready, Stu. That's truthfully really up to you. I can honestly tell you guys that, you know, there was a time in my life where you asked me to talk about my life. Well, I saw things in my life in a different way back then too. I mean, for example, that whole thing with my mom, right? Until I was 35 to 40 years old, my mom was a biatch, and I hated her and I couldn't trust her with beans. And then I made up with my mom and realized that that was just a lot of the angers that I was keeping built in for all those years. It was kind of stupid. Yeah, Fluffy left. Blamo, it's the whole attempt. Thank you very much for that, Rich. Stu, big hugs, bro. I totally understand how that feels, buddy. I do, trust me. You want the truth, Stu? As you can see on the video, that I still cry, and I'll probably cry till the day I'm dying about missing my mom. And don't get me wrong, yeah, I don't cry because I'm sad. I'm crying because I'm blessed. I cry because I got to spend this amount of time with a woman I admire tremendously. So when I'm crying, it's just out of love, man. That's it. My problem is that I can do things every single day that remind me of my mom, because I am so much like my mother. It's unbelievable. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I said on the eulogy. It was the fact that if I want to remember my mom, all I got to do is look in the mirror. Truthfully. Chris, you could do wonders on this show. I I'd look forward to that of you being on here like sometime if you wanted. You're right, Blamo. I'm proud. You know what? That's something my mom taught me about too. You know, Stu, 12 years was still 12 years, buddy. Those are memories that you can cherish for the rest of your life. That's the whole point about that. You know, I got 17 years of my mom's life living, and then I spent 19 years pissed at her. And I wasted pretty well those 19 years, man. So having my mom back and for only 8 months in my life was amazing. But all of that time, that's the thing I learned when I let go of all the anger was, holy crap, I have a lifetime filled with memories that I absolutely enjoy. A tremendous amount. And I plan on sharing a lot of those stories in the vlogs too, so. And, yeah. I'm just sort of reading Cam's here. You guys seen... Cam, you're no worse, no better than I, bud. We're all human. We're all wonderful people. I mean, you don't know, but you don't have to come on my show. If you were ready to, you get invited any time. You just have to tell me. And thanks to you, Tim. See, Stu, this is what I'm trying to... This is the type of community, you guys, that I wanted to form. After seeing so much of that drama in the Cody world, that, you know, a lot of these, you people who have real emotions and are real people, and it was a place for you to come and you know, talk. You know, share your stories, listen to my stories, whether you share yours or not. And a lot of you did, and I appreciated that. So, but I just, after, no problem, Cam, definitely I'll let you know. Yeah, keep up, because the videos coming out next week are pretty deep too. There's some tremendous, I guarantee you I'm still crying in some of those. Oh, Chris, I love you too. Alright, fine, put me on the list. So, Tim. Yeah, I've lost my, one of my, now, I lost a daughter. I call her a daughter. And if you had followed me on Twitter, you would have known what happened that day, because I got right drunk. And then I went up to the bathroom and with a knife, and my whole intention was to, I was extremely inebriated though. And I messaged my roommate at the time, who ran all the way home from a Colin James concert just to stop me. But I know what it feels like to lose a child. And that's going to be coming up in one of the videos this week. Yeah, Cam, you want to. Nah. So that's the thing, guys. Like, everybody out there who's watched me in the Cody community, and some of you have been there and some of you have not, you guys all know that I am, like I said, probably one of the happiest people going I know. And I've been through a shit world. Hi, Karen, by the way. I've been through a shit world. And I may be honest with you guys. You'll find out in the videos that 99% of that shit world was my fault. My choices. So... But I do want to share them. Warn you in the title. Okay, well, so my hero, bring tissue paper. My next one is my family. Bring tissue paper. Is that what you're suggesting there, Stu? My family is going to be talking about my, you know, and then I got my kids and my grandkids to talk about. I've got my marriages, my relationships, my life experiences in that. Mind you, for the marriage one, you probably won't have to bring a tissue paper. Well, unless you're gonna, cry or laughing, because there's some really stupid stories in there. I agree with that on Rich. That was a hard thing for me that day when, like I said, I went up to the bathroom and my daughter died. Now, she wasn't my biological daughter. She was my stepdaughter, but I had been in her life since before she was born. I used to sing to her mommy's tummy every night. And then when she was born and they were passing her around the room and she kept crying and crying, they finally let me hang on to her. All I did was I started singing to her and she stopped. All that time that I had sang to her mom's tummy, she heard me. And I became dad. And it didn't matter who the sperm donor was. That was me. And I'll give you a little pre-example of what's coming up this week. That was the first one of my children to ever make me cry. I was doing dishes. My wife was going to school, and I was staying home and working at night and taking care of the house. And I got, oh, by the way, you men out there who don't know what it's like to take care of a house, what a woman goes through if she's like you, trust me, it was amazing. I loved every minute of that. But I was doing dishes the one morning, like I did every morning, and she came over and she tugged away on my jogging pants. She was 3 years old and tugged on my jogging pants, looked at me and said, "Daddy, I love you." Wrapped her arms around my leg, gave my leg a hug, and walked away. And the first time that a kid didn't say "I love you" was, "Dad, I want something." That's how I remember her. Hey. Just reading what you guys saying here. You can deal with romances and breakups, life situations, not deaths. Yeah, then you don't want to see the family one, by the way, Stu. You're right, Cam. That's true. It takes a real man to raise a child. Blamo. You know what your problem is, Blamo? Is that you need an amazing woman. You are an amazing dude. But not every woman's going to understand you. You have a tremendous heart. But you need a woman who's going to truly cherish you. And I don't mean spoiling in the sense of doing your household chores or anything like that. But a woman who's just going to appreciate you for who you really are. Just to let you know that. Oh, Brian, you are so right. Let me share this, guys, if you guys hadn't read what Brian had said. I learned in life so far that my job as a father will never end, and I think that is the beauty of it. He is so right. I still have 2 other children, and on top of grandchildren, but I have 2 of my own, and a few stepchildren too. But you're right. My daughter's going to be 30 years old this year. Holy crap. Anyway, when she asks for something, I still take care of her. Son's on a little bit on the angry side. Long story to that one. And that's coming up in a video. Just to let you know. Alright, just to let you know that Bumblebee's still working on the bees. Keeping that on the side over there. Alright. So, guys, you're all about asking me questions this week. Oh, it's alright. I'm just reading Rich's. I have a special needs daughter who lives in a group home. About a year ago, we found out she got physically abused, and I was very sad and angry. You know what, Rich? Oh, I've been there too. Just to let you know that my daughter who died had brain cancer when she was 5 years old. We spent a year in the hospital. The results out of that were a small bit of brain damage and blindness. But you know what? That little girl turned into be the funniest girl. and a huge lover of life. And if you were one of those whiny people, oh my God, boy, did she ever put you in your place. Oh yeah, that's it, Tim. I've been very close to myself very well to taking when my daughter became a mom, the first, she really wasn't that great at being a mom, and despite trying to help her in many ways, she kind of failed, and the children's aid got involved, and we almost took my grandson like here, but I'm glad we didn't. My daughter got her stuff back on track and earned her right. So you are rich. If you've never experienced what it's like to lose to lose a child, I don't ever go through that, buddy. It is tremendously hard. I hope no dad, no mom, no parent, period, ever has to go through that, ever. Oh, Stu, watch my next show on the family. That should be out tomorrow, probably. I'm gonna probably make it tonight. It's about my siblings and my family, and trust me, I come from a long line of weird people. You have any? Becoming, you know, Tim, I've learned that we step up to the plates, and we do what we do because it's family. You know, the idea of taking your grandchild is amazing. That you know, you're going to be there for that child, that he's still part of the family. You know, that makes it easier for him. Yeah, no, I know you're not ready for it, but it's going to be worth it. Trust me. It's kind of like you get a second chance at being a parent kind of thing, because you know, now you've had the chance to reflect back on what your parenting skills were and what could have been critiqued and fine-tuned, and this child is going to be blessed to have a lot of that fine-tuning. There you go. It's that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize, is that for every negative, I believe in Zen, and Zen is yin and yang, and there's a light side and a dark side. Everything, there's always a positive and a negative in everything we do. No matter, you know, how horrible a thing that we thought there was, there's always a silver lining to it, and it's always the easiest way for me to make it through all the hard times is to find that silver lining for everything. Umi. I get that, Umi. I had a stepfather who was absolutely amazing. Not a perfect dad either. He got some mistakes in there, man. He was married to my mom. I kind of felt sorry for him on that one. Not insulting my mom. My mom was quite, you know, easily to admit that she was a bitch. At least to her husbands. You know what I mean? The thing I say to you, buddy, is learn from the mistakes that you did. Like, okay, so my mom had physical punishment in her house, but always showed me love. I broke that cycle completely. I never abused my children. Ever. I mean, I have a story about my daughter about one spanking on the bum that you're going to probably laugh at me for, but I broke the cycles completely when it came for me as a parent. But just take the lessons that you learned from your parents and learned how to make it better. You know, that's the silver lining in the parenting you got. You know what it takes to become more. Teverz, you missed the point in here where I said what you don't want to do is you don't want to watch the family one, because that'll... Oh, Stu said what I should do is put bring tissue paper in the title. Because crying's not going to stop. You are right, Gandalf. That is... You don't mind, Gandalf, I'm going to read that. Peace is the beauty of life. It is the sunshine. It is the smile of a child, the love of a mother, the joy of a father, the togetherness of a family. It is the advancement of man. Peace is beautiful. And that's quite well said, too, by the way. And thank you for that, Gandalf. Like, that's what I love about my life. It's peaceful. It really is. Is it perfect? Like, in the sense, is it, oh my gosh, I'm, every single day is a happy day kind of thing? No, I don't have bad days, though. Some days are better than others. Oh, yeah, and Blamo, listen to Tim. He ain't kidding. I have gone through 3 marriages. Well, the last one, because if you live common law for a long time, I'm going to call it a marriage. But so, okay, 3 major relationships. And then I met Bumblebee. And, becoming best friends with her, wow. I've never met anybody who matches me, or, and I'm probably repeating this to you guys, but an amazing woman. That's all I'm going to say. And you are, going to have a chance to meet her, just not today. Still doing on the Bumblebees. She is messaging me, though. Exactly, Cam. That's... Oh, Stu, yeah. Let me... Cam, I'm going to answer, Stu. That's what we become. Like, and I want to say this for you guys out there who have been through rough parenting, right? Who've been badly abused or whatever, and not had the best potential that you could have had as a parent. That is an opportunity for you to change, just like Cam was talking about, and I did. But I'm just going to let you guys know that if you can only kill one more line on that circle, and you're not able to complete all of it that you went through, right? But if you can fix some of that for your kids, you still did better than your parents did. And you should give yourself the credits for that. I try and tell kids that, you guys who think your parents were horrible, okay? What did they go through? You have no idea what they went through. And did they successfully kill some of that bad circle themselves that they didn't get to experience if they had a bad life? You really want to learn to forgive is to understand them. Yep, exactly it. Cam, you are so right on that, by the way. Oh, and Stu, Bumblebee. Alright, if I didn't say it, she was planning on being here today. She's actually still going to try to make it into Hangouts, but as you can see, the picture over here, it's a picture she just sent me just before I went live, saying that's a queen bee, and that's where she is today, working on learning how to be a beehive keeper. There. See, yeah, okay, Blamo, just to give you a word of advice on relationships, stop looking for women. Truthfully, if that woman out there who thinks that you're amazing, she'll find you, I promise you. I hear you, Umi. I had an amazing grandfather too, but as somebody pointed earlier, it doesn't take blood to make a dad. Maybe your grandfather raised you, but to him, that was your dad. Yeah, I mean, you called him grandfather, but that doesn't make him anything less. My grandfather was amazing for the first 4 years of my life, so I didn't have a dad those first 4 years. My grandfather took me fishing. My grandfather did this with me. It was my grandfather that did a lot of it. And Stu had fantastic parents. Now I'm a little jealous. But then the truth, who got more wisdom out of it? We're both good, Stu. I love you. And Gandalf too. I hear you on that one, Umi. I see, Blamo, I'm going to say that. The last relationship that I got out of, who I'm still roommates with, still best friends with, her and I can tell you that 3 out of the 4 relationships in my life, that I looked for a best friend first, and I got into meeting these people not with any intention of dating. As a matter of fact, it was the intentions of just getting to know who they were. I like the idea of building a friendship before I build a relationship more, because if you build the friendship first, you build the trust, the communication, and the honesty that you need. You haven't complicated it with a penis yet, or a vagina, and people listen to each other more, and so the first one of those friends relationships ended horribly, but there's a lot to that, and that'll come up on relationship video. But you know, I like the fact that my ex of 13 years is my roommate and my best friend, and I can talk to her about everything and still talk to her about everything. She's quite aware of Bumblebee. Well, I've been aware of Bumblebee for a while. Life's good. Yeah, that's exactly it, Cam. See, that's it, Blamo. Be friends. Like, don't look for the girl that you're going to date for the rest of your life. Look for the best friend that you're going to want to stick around for the rest of your life. And when you find that one, then you'll find out if you love them. I can tell you right now, I had no intentions of falling in love with Bumblebee. That happened. Oh, and you're right. That's what I was saying, Cam. My first time I ever learned about being a best friend was my second marriage, and the truth is the breakup of that and why it ended up being horrible was because I had promised her that I'd never leave her, but I had to leave her because of my own mental sanity. If I wanted to live for my kids, I had to, and I broke a promise by leaving her, and that's what killed me for the next 5 years of my life. I punished myself horrendously, and I got way too. You're gonna have to watch the relationship video for all of that. Thanks, by the way, Chris. For you guys that are just joining, first let me get the thing out. You see the link above my head? I've got to put this up here because all those wonderful people that donated to me last week, YouTube screwed me out of all that money. And they're not answering me back, and it's not into my account or not. So if you wanted to donate, please, link above. And then I got lost in thought because I was, so the whole purpose of this channel, if you guys didn't watch, is that, okay, so you saw 2 hints of my videos this week with my foundation, so what's going on with me in a physical sense, my hero, my mom, and I wanted to go that way because my mom was the most important person in my life, and you'll get to hear more of my family stories from back then because, as I said earlier, the next one is the family video, which is talking about my siblings. Or I should call it siblings, right? You'll bring tissue paper for that, by the way. Gave my life and showed me another path. See, Gandalf, that's a hats off to you, brother. It takes a man to accept the responsibility that somebody else can help them make their life better. And the truth is, I thought my life was complete. Absolutely was complete until I met Bumblebee. And then I realized that there were still pieces of me that needed to change. And I'm like, wow. And I'm still evolving. I didn't think that was possible. Blamo, man, I know you love me, bro. I always have your back. You know that. That's it, Gandalf. Yeah, no, I agree with Cam, too. I went... Yeah, that's it, Cody. Next one, yeah. Bring tissue paper. When I met my best friend Rumi now, I had gone 2.5 years no dating. Actually, let me be a little bit more bold. No dating, no physical contact with my hand and parts of my body. Is that the best way to put that? And I literally went the whole 2 years without a sexual thing, and I did it for 2 reasons. One, I wanted to stop picking the wrong girls, because I was, and the second reason was because if I got into a relationship with a partner, I like the question that I ask myself when I decide that I dedicate myself to that person. The first thing I ask after, are you absolutely out of your crazy mind, is if she was to get into an accident tomorrow and, you know, couldn't physically be in a, you know, the intimate way with me, would I still love her and still want to be with her? And so if that was to happen to Bumblebee, there's no way I'd leave her. No. I don't care about the sex part of it. I care about the person that's going to lay beside me. And so the first rule I have in a relationship is, you can take away the sex, but if you take away the cuddles, we're done. Even I'm not ready, I tell him it'll come when it. You are right on that one, Rich. When it comes, it comes. Yeah, it's just, you're right. That's exactly what Cam was saying about don't go look for it. It'll find you when it's ready to time to find it. I've just been a little bit more. I think I'm tremendously blessed. You know, when you get to watch the relationship video, and I don't really have any complaints about my relationships, goods, bads. I mean, they're all my choices, but a lot of great learning experiences. Like, you know, my best friend and roomie is the one that taught me how to. She was one of the people that helped me get through my mom's death. So, and so in here, Blamo, by the way, you should be feeling the love, as you can see. So guys, more questions. Come on. What are we're talking about? You got privileges of seeing 2 of my videos, and yeah, you know there's more to come, but I figured that you guys would have some questions for me today, or even questions about Bumblebee, by the way. I'll answer some of those for you. I know you'd rather get him in person. I get it. Like I said, I'm promising you guys, she'll be here when she can be here. Those beehives, learning how to run them today was an absolute important thing for her. Just to let you know. Again, still feeling the love there, Blamo. So we have our, you know, trusty old, you know, mug. And I'm done drinking for a while. Thank God, just for you guys to know. If you guys ask me to drink on my show, you can have one for me. Cam, are you thinking about popping the question to her? Stu, almost every day goes by I ask her to marry me. She's pretty well told me that one day, but she's told me that the day she's ready to get married, she'll give me a ring and propose to me. And that was like, really? Oh. Are we doing it together next time? I can't promise, Cam. I know that we're going to be doing some vlogs together this week, or, you know, she's both doing some video for the vlog. The only reason that you didn't see her on this week's vlog, because truthfully I'm still learning how to use that stupid gimbal. And we were trying to map out what we wanted to video during the week too. See, there's a lot of wise people in this room. Yes, we do, Gandalf. See, when Bumblebee gets on here, you guys get that chance to talk to her. She'll explain to you her passion about bumblebees, which has now become a passion of mine. She's that woman's, yes, she's the tree-hugging, save the world woman. Is she camera shy? A little bit. We talked about putting her in Hangouts and she wouldn't have to video for a bit. She can just do voice, which I thought was kind of weird because most likely she's going to be in pictures in the vlog. No, Yaifa, my build is gone. It's down. It's permanently gone. I agree with that. Gandalf said, somebody once said to me, the marriage is an institution for the insecure. You are, I totally agree with you on that. That you are right. Many people use that marry me thing in the sense of I need to have you. I don't ask Bumblebee to marry me every day because I need to have her. I ask Bumblebee to marry me because I don't want to live without her. Don't need her, but I want her. And is my life perfectly good without her? Yeah, because I go days without her being around. I'm fine with that. I miss her. We talk constantly, but I'm good. But the idea of waking up every morning to that smile and that beautiful face is something that I look forward to. That's all. Your female been cheated on so many times. I gave up 10 years ago. No drop. Umi, I don't blame you on that. And sad part on the... Yeah, you know, Umi, you'll find the perfect person. How old is Bumblebee? I'm going to tell you this much, Stu. She's younger than I am. But wiser than I am. I'm not going to tell you her age specifically. Not that I'm afraid to tell you her age. But I'm leaving that up to her. Personal details on her side are her details to share, not mine. Ain't tough, but there were also that's what I meant, Chris. You know, both my parents weren't perfect. But you know, you're right. Like, that day I wrote that letter of forgiveness, like I said in the video, all those things that was beautiful in my life that I had hidden away and forgotten about completely, all of a sudden showed up again. My whole like wow. So I got video after video of all the stories I'm going to tell and saying that. And that, sorry, and Dixon, that's where I was getting to about whether or not the institution of marriage, right? I spent 13 years with a woman I was never legally married to. For me, my partner is my partner, my equal. I don't have a right to own it. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't want to own Bumblebee. I love the way her mind thinks, how free she is, and where she goes, and if she ties herself up to a chain to a tree to be a tree hugger, I'm gonna laugh at her, but I'll take pictures of her and still love her. See, that's me. Again, if it comes to marriage, though, I don't care if I get a paper, I get a ring, or I don't. To me, when you look at me and say that you love me and that you want to be part of my life, you've already given me the vows. To me, that's to be honest, to be respecting. I expect that now. Yep, Cam's right. Never ask a woman her age. Although I don't have a problem. Hey, Connie. Sorry I didn't notice you till now. You're right, great, Chris. We do the best that we can. There you go, and found some great people. That's me, Rich. I got involved in the Cody community, met some awesome people, and then just people keep telling me The truth is, I've had numerous amounts of people that who've gotten to know my stories a bit more, saying I should write a book about my life and a motivation thing, but I'm like, not writing a book. See, and Dixon, that could have been a good thing or a bad thing. The truth is, I know who my biological father is, and it's a good thing he's still alive, because obviously I can get a hold of him yet. Degrees. See, and again, Blamo's right on that. Again, parenting. Our parents just try to do the best with the tools that they've got. They're not always perfect. I mean, but I don't think I'd ever want a perfect parent. I wasn't a perfect parent. Well, I strived to be, but failed and beat myself up a lot for failing. But I still think I was a great dad. My daughter still has some complaints about our life, but she'll grow up eventually. Okay, so you guys, still Q&A section. On the Teverz and Bumblebee show. I'm looking for any more questions of Bumblebee or this week, the videos. Yo, hey, LJ's in the house, man. Nah, this is a man that I totally respect. Not today, Connie. Let me apologize again for you guys that are just coming on. There is a bee up here. Connie, she got an opportunity today. Bees are her biggest passion. Plants are in her next line, and she's built some hives, and she's going to be, so she's at a place today to learn how to raise a hive. And she told me, apologize to everybody out there, that her intention was to be here, but those bees were more important. I'm like, sweetheart, just go. And that was the picture, the last picture she sent me, by the way, of them being today. Absolute tosser. Good for you, Cam. And thanks, Connie. There's more to come, Connie. The videos are, as Stu pointed out, you probably missed, going forward, I'll try and remember to bring a tissue at the end of each video that requires crying time. But not going to happen. But there are some new ones coming out. Hey. Somebody asked me, where are we going? Oh yeah. Am I getting into bees as well? Stu, Bumblebee's not I don't own Bumblebee. Bumblebee does what Bumblebee wants to do. And, like, for example, today in the Bumblebee, she was just worried of disappointing you guys now that she's agreed to be part of it. That is where she is today. We have some in Hawaii. Of course you do. Way to go, Connie. How many videos are you going to put out this week? You want, Cody, the truth is I'm kind of determining still how much. Okay, I'm going to let you know every Friday I'm going to have a weekly vlog going on. I've already got a little video from this weekend. And then I'm going to do a couple of life stories as well. Just that the two this week were big. I'm probably going to do two. When it gets down to the point, I have to do all these ones now so that you guys have a foundation of when I'm telling stories later on, you'll understand it all. So I'm trying not to lay so much on you guys at one time. So right now, probably going to just do 2 videos on the life stories until we get to the lighter side. Does she live where I live, Connie? The truth is she lives 3 doors away from me. Later, Romy, you too. Hey. Later, Trooper, I know you were working, buddy. Hey. I'll tell you how Bumblebee and I met. Well, actually, we met a couple years ago, and at that point, we were discussing this the other day. And when I first met her, I was kind of in a mentoring role, and it's which started off as a mentoring role, because she was on the healing path. This is a couple years ago of her life things and things that were going on in her life, and she had hit a bottom in her life and was climbing out of the hole quite well. And I was admiring her tremendously for what she had done, and but we started off as a mentoring, and then we just started hanging out, and we went from being a mentor to friends, and then not too long after that to being best friends, to the point where that woman knows every single naughty skeleton in the closet detail of my life. And to trust somebody with that, there are extremely few people who have all of my details. She's got everyone. And I, a couple months, realized I was falling in love with her. But that wasn't allowed because I was still in a relationship, and I have this firm rule that I would never dump somebody for somebody else. If I'm committed, I'm committed, no matter what. But my relationship at that time had been on the out for the last couple of years, and my roommate and I were like, well, we can carry this on for 10 years, or we can, you know, just leave this as friends. And since we started as friends, it was easy to leave it as friends. And then that's when Bumblebee told me, you know, like a week or a couple of weeks after my current relationship had ended, the Bumblebee came to me and said, I love you. And it wasn't an easy decision for her because she had been fighting it. Oh, trust me, she'd been fighting it for a while. But for her to say that to me, and then it was like, okay, well, there's a bit of an age difference between you and I, and you are my best friend, and I don't look at you as an object of any sort. You are my best, and I do love you, but it won't be easy with an age difference. And she's like, she don't care. And the thing, you guys would look at me and you think, you know, she's younger, she's not wise enough. You want to know, she's more wiser than I am. I gave her the entire devil's advocate, why she shouldn't date me, why and everything, and she had the answers for everything. She had already answered them to herself. See, and that, you're right, Connie, that was the thing with us. And Cam, she is an amazing keeper because nobody's ever completed my life like Bumblebee does. Not ever. The woman answers my own questions, or, you know, she'll answer my questions without even asking the questions. We finish answers. We're always thinking the same thoughts over and over. I mean, don't get me wrong. She has her passion, and I have my passions, and I enjoy watching her do her passions, and she likes being parts of my passion. So we're not like melded together. We actually enjoy helping each other become better ourselves, like for ourselves, but together. And we love that. And you're right. You can't hope who you're gonna love. Like, if you really fall in love with somebody, it's not a choice. You fall in love. You can fight it as much as you want. Ain't gonna work. I don't regret things I've done. I regret the things I didn't do. Exactly. Did I not say that at the end of my... Oh, maybe I don't say it enough for you guys. Everybody, I go, get out there, have fun with somebody. You know, just because it's more fun to have somebody. Life is too short. That's my whole intention. Like Gandalf says, the truth is, I got a shitload of things I regret that I didn't do when I had a chance to do it, and for the most part, out of fear. I don't let fear ruin my life anymore. If somebody's taking me skydiving, we're getting the frig out of a perfectly good flying airplane and diving. If the parachute don't come out, I'm telling you, when I hit the ground, the first thing that goes through my head was, great life. Who's the better cook? Oh, okay. I will be doing a video on careers in life. That'll be a video where you guys can laugh the shit out of me. Stu, just to let you know, I gave up being a doctor to become a chef. I have a hard time sharing my kitchen. But Bumblebee has a tremendous urge to learn how to cook. And it's like now she's watching me cooking or helping me cooking, but most of me. If you guys have never read a poem, it's called The Dash. I suggest you guys go out there, find it. It's on Google. It's free to read. And it's about the dash on your tombstone between your birth date and your death date. And the poem talks about how living life to the best. That's how I live my life. Not enough drinking for me, Richard. I quit. What did somebody send me the other day? Thank you, Cam. By the way, both Bumblebee and I totally agree that we're matches. We're soulmates. It's destined to be. The truth is, anybody know Greek mythology? She calls me Hades because I'm Justice Incorporated. I am extremely fair but firm. So she calls me Hades, the Greek god of the underworld. And her persona, the perfect way to describe it, is Persephone. And those two were married. So we chuckle that we've been soulmates our entire life. The truth is, I can spend 10 minutes with her and it feels like 400 years. But a beautiful 400 years. And it feels like we've dated for centuries. That's what it feels like. I feel like I've known her my whole entire life. Yeah, I see. Gandalf, way to go. Have I told you I respect you, buddy? Get out there. Yeah, it is TK, the new support group. Let me tell you, leave your wife. She's not worth it. Get the fuck out. Oh, Lawrence, you gotta tell me what kind of recipes you want. You know, like I have a recipe for gluten dairy-free bread, just to let you know that. And if you guys ever eaten gluten-free bread, don't throw it at your window because it'll probably break the window. They're usually like brick. But it took me about almost 6 months to develop a recipe. I have a French loaf recipe that is gluten-free and dairy-free, and it is light like a French loaf bread. Slight bit texture in the bread itself, but as light. Yes, Connie, soulmates. Oh, and you dessert recipes. Okay, well, you can find this recipe online now, but I don't know how many of you guys watched. There was a video a couple of years ago about a guy who put a cinnamon roll inside of a donut and that he had made it that way. My daughter saw that video, and I'm like, I went all over trying to search for the friggin' recipe for that because I always have this. You distracted me, Lawrence. I forget what I was talking about. Hang on. Anyway, she sent me the recipe, and I thought about modifying it. I couldn't find the recipe anyway, so I actually developed that. I have, and somebody's got, there's a couple of recipe versions out there. One of them is actually one that was mine. But I actually developed putting a cinnamon roll inside of a donut, like a Boston cream donut without the cream in it, but you know, that big fluffy inside. Came out absolutely amazing. That's me. I'm not allowed to watch the food channel. I've said that in numerous videos all through my Cody time. My problem with watching food channels is that if I see something on there, I'm like, oh, I like that. But wait, I can make that just a little bit better. If you can make craft dinner, Blamo, I'm all in. And just to let you know, Lawrence, I probably won't be making a cooking show, just to let you know. But we had a double date last night. All right, Tim. See you later, bud. Remember, thank you very much for the love, bro. More videos coming out. Hey, and I get lost in there again. We had double date. Me and the other partner from the other relationship cooked supper last night. We made roasted lamb, Greek style, so it's marinated with the lemon and all, and the seasonings. And double stuffed potatoes. And just to let you know, I always either deep fry or I put the skins back in the oven to crisp them up before I put the stuff back in for the double stuff, which was topped off with bacon and a mixture of assorted 3 cheeses. Hey, later, Tim. I already said, and I'll miss you, buddy. You know that. But anyway, all about. I get distracted again, didn't I? Oh, the 3 cheeses on top, and then I made Brussels sprouts, my creamy Brussels sprouts, so that, you know. I believe you, Blamo. I could cook better than my mother or my grandmother by the time I was 7, so. Yeah, everybody in my family wanted me to be a doctor. Okay, no, Cam. Don't listen to Cam, Blamo. I'll have you know, the downfall, when a woman finds out that you love to cook and be in the kitchen, right, you suddenly get them to cling on to you just for your cooking. Don't let them know you can cook until they, you know that they really want you. Just to let you know that. So what? No more questions. You guys are being generous today. So I bet you $5 if I had Bumblebee on the show, you'd be bombarding her with questions. Am I correct? I'm assuming that. Did I told this? Yeah, no. See, LG, you know what I mean, man. Once a woman knows that you can cook, you're screwed. No, it is true. Honestly, like, I can't remember the last time I had a woman actually, like, okay, I mean, my roommate cook every once in a while, but an actual, where a woman actually planned out a really nice meal for me. It's been many, many years. What does a typical day in Teverz life consist of? Okay. Depends on the day. I don't do a lot of YouTubing. I'm still behind in TV shows with Cody, so I don't get a lot of that. With Bumblebee being in my life, so I work out. I try and work out. Physically, I can't work out like everybody else would work out. I have to go to a swimming pool, and all I can do is water walking now, or aquabics. So that's my morning. And then Bumblebee and I usually will go and do lunch somewhere. The goal is to always try a new restaurant, or if we do go to an old restaurant, we have to try a new recipe until we've tried all the recipes that are in there. And then in the afternoon, I'll come back and do chores around the house, or if nothing is, her and I will cuddle down on the couch and watch some shows or watch a movie. Just snuggle times. Love snuggle times. And then, of course, some point I gotta make supper. Then in the evening, we each have our own chores. We don't usually spend too much evening time together. That's my typical day, except for the weekends when the grandkids are here. I have a life outside of that. There are some other, duties that I still do for people. So, I have a pretty peaceful life. Mm-hmm. Here's my problem, though, Dixon, about meeting the woman who's captured my heart. She's going to capture all of your hearts, too. So, I don't even make mine do dishes. Didn't ask for... Oh... Food, LJ. Get to work, buddy. I'm her slave. No, oh, you're talking to LJ. Yeah, never mind. Oh, blimey, you got a lot of work. Just bliss. Yeah, that's what I mean, Gandalf. You're right. Maybe I didn't say that right, Gandalf. You're right. My life is blessed every single day. I have that motto. I get up in the morning, I'm breathing. I have people that love me. I cannot have a bad day. I'm blessed. Oh, and yeah, I'm up with Gandalf on that one, Blamo. Truth is, there are days where I'm like, I want paper plates in the house. I have a dishwasher, never mind. How many grandkids do I have? Biologically, I have 4, a possible 5, until some tests come back. 4 for sure. And you've already all have met Tristan and Zachary. Owen and Miles are the only 2 you have met. Owen doesn't spend a lot of time at Papu's house, and I am Papu. The boy has it's joint custody with him, so he's back at Dad's, back at home, back at Dad. So we just decided that whenever he wants a break, he'll come and spend it here. Miles lives in Toronto. That's many hours away from me. I only get to see him every once in a blue moon. So, LG, I wish I could say I cook and somebody else does the dishes, but it's I cook and I do the dishes, just to let you know. And Blamo, don't blame me, I'd be throwing him on the road too. LJ, your woman makes up the mind what to make for supper? Heck, mine don't. I gotta go make it. Yes, Connie, all boys for now. Would nice to have a granddaughter, but seems my kids don't like to do that. Because one of the youngest boys from my son, and the next one is supposedly from him too. And if that's the case, that's boys, 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 and boys. I am proud of everybody and everybody in my life that loves me. If I tell you that I love you, it means that I'm proud of you too. So. Anyway. Yeah. You are right on that one, Stu. It's no use whining. Things don't change if you whine. What was I going to say? Sorry. Connie, that is going to be the video on this. The next video I'm making is about my family. Bring tissue paper. Trust me. But I have a brother and a sister. And I love them very much. That's what I can say for now. Alright, LJ, get to work. Somebody's got to keep that woman happy. No, yeah, life's too short, guys. Have I ever been to the UK? Gandalf? Here's the joke when I first got into the Cody community. My first wife was from Cornwall. Plymouth. Was it Plymouth? No. The next one over. Okay, but definitely a Cornish chick. I've had a piece of UK, but but I've never actually been there. And I would never marry another Cornish chick. I would marry a Scottish one if I was single, available, and really wanted to date, which is highly unlikely. I agree with you, LJ. More people should be more open. But here's the thing, LJ. It takes courage to be like that. And I'm not criticizing people who can be... There's, you know, a lot of shit happens in our life, and it can cause some pretty big fears. And, you know, a lot of people are not ready to get past that. So I'm just an open book. I don't know how to be anything more than an open book. Oh, and now what? Blamo's leaving me too? What's up with that? Nah, it's that was my whole point. I was saying I was getting to. Oh, I think that's where I got blanked out. The whole purpose of wanting to become my YouTube like this, and I knew that I'd lose subscribers, and maybe I'll gain some. I don't know. I just wanted to share who I am. And if you guys think my stories are great, share my videos. I don't mind. I'd like more people to. I've had, you know, I am pretty sure that on my day of my Irish wake, because I am having a wake, you're propping me up in a corner and drinking and getting drunk, but I'm going to have a lot of people show up to that thing that I didn't even know would come to that thing, because I know that personally I have touched people's lives in many good ways. I'm not wrong, I've touched people's lives in bad ways too, but I have a lot more people that I've touched than I even know about. Because I get people coming up to me in weird places like, you know, I heard about you and you're awesome. And I'm like, yeah. That's because, LJ, you're an open book because your wife makes you an open book. No, I'm bugging you. Just for you guys, if you ever want to meet LJ, LJ is on Dell shows, usually. He's one of the awesome guys on Super Dells. Love talking with him, by the way. You guys are being way too generous for me right now. No. I'm in all fairness, guys, this week was a really good week. And it's the first time, like, you don't get me wrong, when I do my live shows with Dog or with Tantrum, I enjoyed the lives of my YouTube, but I really lost my love for making videos, because the truth is, there are 600 million Cody YouTubers out there. That's probably a low number anyway, but there's a ton of YouTube Codyers out there, and I'm like, I'm just repeating, and it felt like everybody was fighting for one spot, you know, like, I gotta, you know, all right, later, Cam, it was nice seeing you again, but all these people were like, you know, fighting, yeah, for a review, and I'm like, I don't want to fight for this. I don't even really want to, you know, like make a video on this anymore. Like, if somebody's gonna ask me, there's 600 videos. Go Google it. But yeah, I just got into, and like I said, Bumblebee was the final straw about I should just make personal videos. Here we are. And Cam, you have a wonderful day, buddy. Don't have too much fun. And just to let you know, I am going to make Bumblebee rewatch this so she can read all the comments that are in here, by the way. But again, guys, for you guys getting in late, she is working on the bees today, learning how to be a beehive keeper, so. Hey. Anyway, guys, still being generous to me. This must be like, is this the, no, this, you know, this is not the first live show I've done alone. And I think the first one lasted about 15 minutes because I had like 5 people on my show. Show her what she missed. Who am I showing what? Who missed? Oh, yeah. No, I get it now, Dixon. Never mind. I don't know. I'm going to make her reread the comments. Okay, Mary. Well, if she sees me later today, she'll kiss me. And one kiss leads into 20 minutes of kissing because it's never less than that. All right, later, Gandalf. It was nice seeing you guys. All right, later, Cam. Man, he says long goodbyes like I say goodbyes. I have a question for you guys since nobody's answering me questions. In my blog yesterday, I talked about how when I go out shopping that I like to compliment the person behind the counter. I try and do it every place I go. It's not always receptive, but I try. How many of you guys do that? Way to go, Cody. Yeah, I'm asking that question, but also, guys, you can post as many things in here about how much you all miss Bumblebee and how much you want to see her. That'll make her feel guilty. Actually, it will. Try and make it nice, though. I'll, you know. Way to go, Connie. Oh, Tony's in the room. Oh, hey, Tony, I'm sending a huge apology out to you, buddy. Thank you for coming, by the way. If you didn't hear at the beginning, all that wonderful drinking money that you sent me last week, YouTube is not giving it to me. All the super chats they're hanging on to it, and they won't tell me why. Way to go, Gary. Way to go, Connie. And how many times do you realize that you've changed a person when you give them a compliment? I see it a lot, so. It's alright, Stu. You know I'm going to still love you no matter where you are, bro. Yeah. And what you guys don't realize, there's no absolute way to contact YouTube, right? So if I want to fight this, right, I have to send them feedbacks and hope that they answer. I've sent 3 of them. Nobody's answered back yet, so. Yeah, that's what I mean too, Connie. Yeah, I see, you're like me. I enjoy that. But for the most part, that compliment, you're right. I don't have enough fingers or toes to how many times I've seen that compliment change a person's day. From being grumpy to a smile, or, you know, a moment of flirtation. I don't mean the sexually connotated flirtations. I mean, hello, beautiful lady. I hope your day is wonderful. That's my flirtation. Oh, Dixon, she'll be here. There's a lot of reasons to whether or not she's not going to be showing her face at first or not. I don't know. I leave it up to her. All I know is she will be in Hangouts, but there are good reasons for her why she won't. Can we go? Oh, Mike, did you hear the story about YT or YouTube and the super chats? So you were another one. I'm sorry, but just all the stuff that you gave last week, it didn't go, which is why I ended up posting my YouTube thing up here above. Because I don't think it was fair for you guys. But I'm fighting it, don't worry. Hopefully they'll give it back. What question did you ask us? Oh, I asked you, when you are out, do you compliment people? Like the people behind the counter at the corner store, or, you know, that was my question. Like, I want to know how many people did that. Yeah, let me know if you got charged, bud. Thank you. I appreciate that, Mike. Because if you didn't, or if they did charge you, then what do they do with it? So it gives me more fuel to the fire to deal with them. So Stu, Do you compliment people when you go to a corner store? Woo! And again, you guys are being nice. Cody, if you can say, see, you guys, all you guys have answered in here, like, the truth is, if you don't do this, try and do this. Just one person every single day, compliment them. Just one. And that will start changing the world to be a better place. And it just takes one compliment. That's it. I let you know, Stu, that I compliment people who look like they're grumpy and sad more than I compliment the happy ones, because that person doesn't really want to be there at that job and they're already going in their head. So if I can give them a compliment that'll make them smile, even for that just moment, that's what changed. But don't get me wrong, I compliment the happy people too. That's a good goal, Stu. You guys are gonna laugh. So when Bumblebee and I were still friends, I used to call her, we were Pinky and the Brain. Do you guys know what that is? It's a cartoon show about two mice that try and take over the world. Or are they rats? Can't remember. Anyway, and Brain is like the brain, and Pinky's the sidekick, and I called her the Brain because I can see her doing world domination, and I'm more like Pinky out of that story in that sense. The reason is we came up with the belief that we're going to world domination. We're going to do world domination by love. So if you guys are complimenting everybody out there, we're already winning the war. I'm in agreement with that, Rich. But here's the thing. YouTube is part of Google. Google makes money. Google never makes enough money. You gotta make more. But business is business. That's exactly what it is. You can't change it. You can whine about it. It's not gonna work either. Let them enjoy it. I mean, do they do all the hard work when we're doing live shows? No. But it is their servers that it's allowing to stream off of. And if you knew how much an RTMP server was, they're not cheap. An RTMP allows for real-time record or reviewing, just to let you know. Don't worry, Dixon. You'll get it right. Oh, so I'm yawning. That's because Bumblebee spent the night last night. I'd love to tell you that we went to bed rather early, but we had company over and we were playing Jackbox Party Pack and Fibbage, and we were doing that all evening. We had an online relationship. I'll get to that in a second, Stu. You'll laugh at that one. And the problem with her and I, we start kissing and then talking and kissing and talking. And the next thing you know, oh, heck, I got to be up in 2 hours. That was last night. Have I ever been in an online relationship before, T? My last commitment of 13 years, my roomie and best friend, I met her on Plenty of Fish. It's an online dating service. The funny part was that I wasn't actually looking for a date. I'd gone on a couple of dates with people that I met off there. Thought everybody was whacked in the head. And I just posted on, I made a big thing on my profile about, Is there anybody out there that's real? Everybody's so busy talking about this, who I am, and then you get to meet them and they're fake as shit. She saw that posting and didn't make any comment on the real people or not. She corrected my grammar. And then her and I became friends, and we became friends for quite a while, and then the next thing you know, we fell in love, and yeah. I stayed up most of the night talking as well. Okay, Dixon. Were you at my place and Bumblebee, you were like sharing the room with Bumblebee and I? I'm still waiting for... So, I'm just going to apologize again. I doubt that Bumblebee will be on the show today, though. Okay, I am... normally like to keep these shows on. I'm good for as long, but Mom, myself, and you guys are being really generous today. I'm not going to hold you up much longer, though. So we'll make it the 5-minute mark. 5 minutes from now, you guys can, say... we love you, Teverz, but yeah, go away. So, the buzzer, 5 minutes. Ask the dirty questions. Yes, I am a lesbian trapped in a man's body. And I'm proud of it. No, and I'm not trying to be non-politically correct. There's a personal pet peeve of mine. Well, I still appreciate the questions you had today, Stu. I know when Bumblebee gets on, you'll have a million questions for her too. Personal pet peeves. Politically correct terms. And I'm not going to say any of them, but I always chuckled about how people get upset because you didn't say the right word in the right way, at the right time, for the right person, for the right place. And all that went through my head was, if you guys ever watched George Carlin, famous comedian, played in a couple of movies, and his 7 bad words that you can't say on TV, and the one part in there he talks about where there's no such thing as bad words. There are bad feelings, bad intentions about words. And I like that, because then I look at all these people getting mad because you didn't say the right political term in the right way, and all I'm like, it's just a friggin' word. Oh, we're all going to Connie's place, potato salad. Do you add a little bit of honey and Dijon mustard to your potato salad, Connie? Bruins are ruling, buddy. Yeah, Dixon, I miss George Carlin too. By the way, I haven't watched basketball in years, and I'm kind of happy. I'm actually kind of sad that the Maple Leafs lost, truthfully, even though the Bruins are my team. Oh, Connie, you know how to make a good potato salad. Okay. So all you guys need to do is get on an airplane, fly out to Hawaii, hire a private investigator to find out where Connie lives. When you do, post it on one of my YouTube videos, and we're all having potato salad at Connie's place. You know, I'm going to be honest with you, Rich. I never do anything for anybody. And that sounds horrible. Because the truth is, I do a lot of things that I would choose to do, which involve other people. But I never actually do anything for anybody else, unless it's something that I want to do. So, if I'm helping Blamo with his stuff, it's because that's what I want to do. If I'm helping the neighbor shovel their driveway because they're older, that's because that's what I want to do. So, but when people turn around and say to me, thank you, Steve, I have no idea why they said thank you to me. For the most part. I say thank you to everybody who's done things for me, but I don't understand why they're saying thank you, because I didn't do it for them. I did it for me. Had a ball with it. Oh, and never be on your cell phone if you're about to be served. Oh, yeah, that's another personal pet peeve. No, going on a date and they're on the phone. Oh, okay. Connie is in Oregon. Just to let you know. I think I still own I own a home in Tacoma, Washington. Just to let you know. Huge part of my family lives in Tacoma. So, potato salads in Oregon. I got the corrections before you get on that plane to Hawaii. Cancel it. You're going to Oregon. You're looking for Connie because she makes potato salad with a little bit of honey and Dijon mustard. That is the way to make a potato salad. I don't put sugar in my stuff, and I use mayonnaise, and it's usually my own self-made mayonnaise, just so you guys know that. But other than that, guys, I am going to let you go. I want to thank you guys for coming out today, though. And again, apologies from Bumblebee and me. Mia Core. I guarantee she's going to try her best to be here next week. Are you the... No, oh, that's right, because Gandalf has left. But Gandalf was a UK boy. So, guys, thank you. Watch my videos this week. They are coming. You guys know they're coming. Bring tissue paper, because the ones that I've got planned for this week will involve tissue paper. Other than that, guys, what's my rule? Life's too short. Get out there, enjoy it. Enjoy it with a friend, because that's much more enjoyable. Remember that, guys. Alright, you guys, thank you all. You guys are becoming more and more family. And thank you again for the stories that some of you guys have shared. Thank you for the compliments that you've had. I've looked and loved every one of them. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.